Hey, what's up, YouTube, and welcome to my channel, The Scorpion Effect. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I do want to thank my new subscribers. I have 3 new subscribers, and I do want to welcome them. Hopefully you're watching. Welcome, and thank you for subscribing. Any support is greatly appreciated, okay? Since I have been focusing so much on love and relationships, I wanted to do some career reads. So tonight we're going to focus on water sign career read, okay? And we will be doing Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces in that order. And this will be time stamped, okay? So let's get started with Scorpio here. Love reading. Let's get started. And look, I have all my candles going. I have my money candle back here. I don't know if you all can see it, but I have the green back here, and I have the gold, and I have white. I always have white going on. And I have my black for protection over there, and I have another white candle there for more protection. So let's get started. I'm excited. I always love doing career reads. I don't get to do them that often. So let's get started, Scorpio. We have here the Tower. So currently in your career situation with the Tower here, this is disruptive energy, but it's necessary with the Tower being here. As you know, whenever the Tower shows up, that is Spirit telling you this is a wake-up call. And you know the Tower is a major arcana, or arcana, I don't know, everyone says it differently, but you have a few in this deck. You have the Justice, and you also have the Magician. So whenever you see any majors in a reading come up, especially 3, this is Spirit saying you need to listen. Major arcanas, whenever they show up in a reading, is very important, Scorpio. And you know that Scorpios are very spiritual, and Scorpios are in depth in their research, so Scorpios know. But Scorpio, this is saying that what you have now is a false foundation here in your career path. It could also be a business that you are in. It could be a business partnership, or even just a belief system here. Something needs to change. Something is being taken down so the truth can be revealed here. You may feel blindsided by this Tower. It could come very suddenly. For some of you, it could be maybe losing your job, or if you're not losing your job, you could be maybe losing hours here, or losing a certain position. If this is a business, you may not have gotten approved, or may not have gotten something you needed for the business, but Spirit is saying this is necessary. This had to happen in order for there to be more growth here. The Tower also often shows up when you've outgrown something. Maybe you've been loyal for too long, maybe due to fear, or if this is a business, you are afraid to change something because it's going to look like you failed. And Spirit is saying, no, it has to change. Whatever is happening in your business or your career or your mindset, it has to come down. It has to tumble down, because something needs to be rebuilt here. And maybe not from scratch, but there's a foundation here that needs some work, okay? You're not being punished, okay? So stop feeling like that, Scorpio. I know it can feel like that when you see the Tower here, but you're being redirected by Spirit. And this is directly Spirit. You have Justice in the Magician here. I wanted to say musician. The Magician here. If you recently experienced maybe a job loss, or money issue, or maybe just burnout here, it's the universe pushing you forward in the path you're supposed to be in, okay? Scorpio, ask yourself this. Have you been tolerating chaos in delays and just denying it. Spirit is saying stop denying what you already know here, okay? Now we have the Two of Pentacles. What's blocking you right now? You're juggling way too much. Maybe you have a lot of responsibilities at this career. You can't keep straddling the line between survival and success. It's time to prioritize, okay? You may be working multiple jobs here, or pursuing multiple goals. And that's such a Scorpio thing, right? We put so many things on our plate. And I know I'm a mom. I have 3 businesses. I work 100% for myself. So I'm always adding new ideas and new things to my plate, even when I can't even knock out some of the old ideas I have going on. And Spirit is saying, now it's time to prioritize what's bringing you the most joy and the most money right now, because you have to survive, right? And I know, Scorpio, you want to do it all. Trust me, I know you want to do it all. But Spirit is saying this is a call to ground yourself and choose what really matters here, Scorpio. Are you operating from a place of fear or judgment or lack of something? Have you lost your faith in something? But just know you haven't. If you've been putting yourself last in this career, in this business, to keep everything and everyone else afloat, it's time you got to reassess your priorities. Because if you're working and not seeing any reward here, you're going to feel burnt out and you're going to feel resentment. Energy at work can also shift at home, and you may be contemplating if this is worth it anymore, because before you could probably leave things at home or leave things at the business, but now it's starting to affect your personal life. Okay, the focus here is to release or delegate at your work. So if you have a team, utilize your team. Don't do everything yourself, Scorpio. A lot of times we'll take on a lot of things because we're very capable, but Spirit is saying you're going to feel burnt out. You're already feeling a little some resentment here from the burnout as well. Next card we have is the Magician, and I love the Magician. So with the Magician here, you have every tool you need. You are extremely talented, intelligent, charming. You have intuition here. You have strategy here. Spirit is telling you, act like you already have the position or the abundance you want. Step into it with confidence here, okay? Stop thinking about this tower moment. Not to stop thinking about the tower moment, but stop looking at this tower moment as something bad. Okay, what the Magician here is saying, you have natural talent on your own, because this is in your talent position. Okay, not just with work and life. You are the Magician. This is an amazing card to have. You have every tool you need. You have everything you need, Scorpio. Okay? You are the alchemist of your own success. Okay? You have what it takes. But do you believe it? You have to believe it. Your words, your actions, and your mindset is powerful. Speak it into existence. Write it down. And then put action behind it, okay? Speak only positive into your future when you are manifesting, Scorpio. Stop having doubts. Stop thinking, oh, this may or may not happen for me. When Spirit is saying you are being divinely guided, you're always being divinely guided here, Scorpio. So stop selling yourself short. Okay, whatever it is, it could be your business. And I have 3 businesses, like I said. So sometimes when my business is falling short or it's not making the type of money that it needs to make that week, I'll get discouraged, but then I have to remind myself it's a business. Business is up and down, you know. And so Spirit is saying you have to roll with the punches. But when you're rolling with those punches, do it with grace and confidence, because you are being divinely guided and you are very powerful, Scorpio. You are a manifester. You are manifesting everything you want right now. And Spirit is saying as long as you allow your intuition to guide you, because you can feel that something needs to change here. You're feeling it mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You're feeling it. You may even be feeling it physically. Okay. And another thing with this card too, because Spirit is telling me I'm not done with this. You don't need permission, Scorpio. You just need consistency. Okay? You need consistency, clarity, and confidence. This is your manifestation window. Okay? Be intentional with your time and your energy here. It will pay off. Everything you've experienced up until now was training. Now, this is the performance. Spirit is saying, Scorpio. Ask yourself this, Scorpio. Am I using all of my gifts or just the ones I'm most comfortable with? So don't sleep on yourself here, okay? You may have some other talents you're holding back on because you may not feel 100% confident in those things, but Spirit is saying you have it. You've already been through all the training you need, Scorpio. Now it's time to go for it, okay? Another thing too, and we'll get to it. With the Justice here, make balanced and fair decisions, okay? This will be the shift, okay? This will be the shift that you're looking for. Don't make shortcuts, okay? Don't cut any corners here. If there's any legal contracts or paperwork involved, read them carefully, okay? Spirit is saying, so whatever new job or new position or anything you have going on at work or your business, you know, Scorpio, so it's a lot of you out there, so take what resonates and apply it how it may, okay? But Spirit is saying here to make sure you are doing everything with integrity and you're choosing wisely here, okay? So for some of you, your integrity is being tested at work. You may not know it, but there is something here where you are being watched closely. So make sure you don't cut any corners. And not saying that you do, but sometimes we can be overwhelmed at work. We can be overworked. And sometimes we can overlook things. And Spirit is saying, do not overlook anything. Any paperwork you have to sign, anything you need to, do not overlook it. Okay? Ask yourself, is this decision aligned with my values when no one else is watching? Okay? Avoid any shady deals, dishonest people, or any temptation to win fast, okay? At the cost of your morals. If you're dealing with legal matters here, or business partnerships here, or any type of like contracts, slow down, protect yourself. Maybe even get a lawyer involved to go over the paperwork if you don't quite understand all the legal stuff. Your reputation is all you have, okay? So keep it clean and do what's right. Not what's easy, Spirit is saying. Spirit is watching how you handle this power, okay? This is going to make a big difference, Scorpio, for you. Okay? I don't mean to rush through these, but I just want to make sure I get through them and get through the messages for everyone. All right, so we have the Nine of Pentacles. I love the Nine of Pentacles here. So as long as you are moving with intention and you're doing everything the right way and consistently, and you're being honest, You will have long-term success here. It's on the way. You're going to have financial independence here with the Nine of Pentacles. You're going to have every luxury available to you, okay? But only if you honor the process. Wealth is all about timing. Spirit is saying this wealth is not on your time, okay? There's some karmic debt that needs to be paid off here, okay? Something involving this tower. Some things need to be made right with Spirit in the universe and with yourself, Scorpio. Only you know that, okay? And Spirit is also saying if you're doing something to cover or help someone else, don't. Because that person is going to throw you under the bus the moment they can. I'm hearing. Don't do it. Look out for yourself, Scorpio. You've already done enough, I'm hearing, okay? You've already put people on. You've already looked out for people. Spirit is saying now it is time for you to do the right thing. And you can't help any shady business person, okay? Or anybody that's cutting corners or want to do things last minute or just not doing things the way they're supposed to be done. There's no quick fix to success, okay? Everything is in due time here. This card is a promise that if you continue to build with discipline and be authentic in who you are, you will be rewarded with stability, comfort, and respect amongst your peers and yourself. This is solo success, Scorpio. You are the prize. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. Think about your legacy, what you are building that you want to last beyond the chaos of today, okay? With the Nine of Pentacles being here too, it's also saying to enjoy your success without feeling guilt or needing to help others here as well, okay, Scorpio? And I know as a Scorpio, I have a lot of siblings. I'm a big sister to a lot of people, and sometimes you feel guilty when you have a certain amount of success or money and you want to share it with everyone, and sometimes you just can't, because if you share with everyone, you're not going to get you're not going to have anything left. And Spirit is saying share in moderation here, okay? Be a giver, of course, but you don't have to give your all and go broke for everyone as well, okay? You may have a lot of people depending on you too, but be smart about your wealth here, okay? And another thing too with this, Spirit is saying don't shrink yourself to make others feel comfortable, okay? Other people have to get it on their own too, just like you had to, Scorpio. I do love that we have you showing up right here, the Queen of Cups, right? I love this here because spiritual advice here for you, Scorpio, your bottom of the deck. This was the card at the bottom of your deck. Your emotional intelligence is your superpower here. Don't harden your heart to protect your vision. Stay soft, stay strategic, and stay strong. You can still be very strong and very soft at the same time. There's a space here for it all, okay? You can be both sensitive and successful. Empathy does not make you weak. It makes you wise, okay? Protect your peace and don't isolate yourself too much. Allow people to support you emotionally, okay? And also check in on yourself and your goals. You know, write them down. Go over them every morning. Say them out loud. Meditate and really manifest what you want out of this life, because you have the power here, Scorpio. There's nothing in this world holding you back but your own mental, okay? When you lead with compassion, your intuition becomes sharper. Be gentle with yourself. You're going through kind of a metamorphosis right now, and just make sure you're listening to your intuition. You're doing things with integrity. You're doing what's right. And make sure every day you're manifesting what you want. Okay? And if you can't do every day, set little goals. Manifest every day for 3 days. Start off small. Then manifest every day for 5 days. Then manifest every day for 8 days. And just keep going up until maybe you can get to 30 days. But keep pouring love into yourself. Lead with compassion. Okay? Your emotions, your passion, your softness is your superpower, Scorpio. Okay? So don't forget. Those are the messages I have for you in your career. Okay, Cancer, let's get into your July career read. Remember, this is timeless. So whenever you see it, even if it's after July, if you feel like it resonates for you, then it resonates for you. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so right off the bat, we do have the Four of Wands, which I love. So Cancer, you have a milestone approaching with this Four of Wands, whether it's a new job, a career opportunity, maybe even a new house, maybe a move, or just a personal win. It doesn't have to be, Four of Wands doesn't always have to be something really big. But Spirit is saying that it deserves celebrating right now. This is a foundation card, okay? So Spirit is blessing your roots before building your future here. You may be feeling more grounded than usual. You may have a more clear way of thinking when it comes to your career path. If not yet, expect this energy maybe mid-July or after July. But again, it's timeless. So if it's after July, then if it applies to you, then it applies to you. Okay. This could be a business launch for some of you. Maybe this is a business that you've been thinking about getting off the ground for a very long time. And before you were like, oh, I don't have all the tools. But now you know, hey, I have everything I need. And Spirit is saying, yes, you have everything you need. Now, for some of you who work at a job or a career, this could be a promotion too. It could also be a new home for some of you, or maybe even a graduation. Or at work, this could be a moment of recognition. Oh, okay, some type of reward that you've worked really hard for. And for those of you who are buying a new home, Spirit is saying you've really earned this. So celebrate this new home. Have that house warming, okay? It's not ridiculous. It's a big milestone. It's amazing. A lot of people can't afford to buy a house. So be grateful. Be joyous. Celebrate, okay? Also, Spirit is saying learn that everything doesn't require perfection, Cancer. Celebrate the progress. Spirit may also be hinting at you could have some very supportive partners in this, whether it's at work or it's a partnership at your business or just your co-workers or just personal people in your life. You have a good support system. Lean on them, okay? That will help stabilize your next steps, okay? All right. Let's get to the next one. But this is good. The Four of Wands is very good. So I'm happy for you, Cancer. Another good card to have in a career read. We do have the Seven of Cups, but this is what's blocking you, okay? You may be feeling overwhelmed by all the options right now or all the things that are happening in your life. You may be unsure what to fully commit to right now. Not everything that glitters is gold, and you know that, Cancer. You have really good intuition. You have really good spiritual sense. So Spirit is saying choose wisely here, okay? Too many choices could be paralyzing your decisions. You could be trying to decide between multiple ideas, multiple jobs or career opportunities. There's many paths, or even just emotional state. You could be having many different emotions just due to all of the success and choices you have in your life. But Spirit is saying to embrace it and choose wisely here, okay? Some offers may look good on paper, but not everything is going to align with who you really are, Cancer. So this could be, this is Spirit telling you to use your discernment, okay? It's not always about the hustle. The right work environment, the right business environment, the right business opportunities, they're going to come to you. You're not going to have to, bend over backwards for them. So Spirit is saying keep that in mind, Cancer. I hope this is making sense for some of you, for all of you, really. Don't let confusion stall your forward, okay? Your forward motion here, okay? Clarity comes through when you are doing things that align with who you are without overthinking. Narrow your focus. Remember, it's quality over quantity here. Okay? Ask yourself this. What vision is calling me consistently, even when I try to ignore it? Okay? Please take heed to that, because that's very powerful, Cancer, as you know. And it's good to have options. So I don't want to discourage anybody out there that may have a lot of options when it comes to success. But Spirit is just saying, when you have a lot of good news, not everybody is coming forward with good intentions, okay? And just be mindful that there are tricksters and schemers out there. And Spirit is just asking you to use your discernment here, okay? All right, let's move on here. I'm sorry, my daughter's trying to get my attention, and I don't know what she wants, but she can wait. We do have the Queen of Pentacles here, which is amazing. I do love this. You are feeling more grounded in your career choices right now, Cancer. And the money is, how can I say this? Your mindset surrounding money is becoming more mature, more stable. The vision of yourself is becoming more clear. You're starting to get to a place where you're finally comfortable in your career. You're finally happy in your career. This is saying that you have been responsible, and now you are being rewarded. Your practical nature here is your superpower this month. Focus on your budgeting. Okay, I feel like whoever you are, you're really good at making a dollar stretch here, okay? And Spirit is saying you will need to continue to do that in order to protect what you have. Don't do any overspending, okay? And for some of you, if you've been working behind the scenes without any recognition, this month may bring some validation here with the Queen of Pentacles. Don't worry. Your job, your career, the people who work with you, your business partners, they see your hard work. They see your dedication. It may not always come out, but it's there. People are noticing. So if your business is on social media and you're not getting the likes that you want or the engagement that you want, trust me, Spirit is saying people are watching. They know how hardworking you are. They know how radiant you are, and they know that no matter what, you're going to get the job done. You're dependable, okay? This is also saying that you are always nurturing everybody else financially or emotionally, but don't forget to pour back into yourself here, okay, Cancer? Because a lot of times, Cancer, you all will put everything and everyone before you, because you all are very sweet and nurturing, But Spirit is saying you have to put yourself here. You have to put your finances first. Some of you may be stretching your dollar because you're trying to share it with everyone. And Spirit is saying, you're going to have to let them get their own money too. It's okay to help people and give them a boost and a nudge, Now, if it's children or, elderly people or disabled people, now that's different. Pour into those people, but also don't do it at your own costs. Make sure you have enough in the bank. Make sure you're budgeting enough to cover everything here, okay? Just because you have it now doesn't mean you're always going to have it. Save some for when things get cloudy, okay? But that's amazing, Cancer. I love that for you. You have a beautiful spread so far. So what may be shifting in your work environment or your career environment? The Hierophant coming up in a career read is all about structure and traditions or doing things by the book. But Spirit is also saying to put your own little spin on it, to do things on your own terms as well, as long as you're doing them, ethically. Spirit is saying it's okay to put your own little twist on things, okay, Cancer? And you all are great at putting your own little spin on things. I know a lot of Cancers, and you all have your own unique way of doing things, and I love that too. Spirit is saying sometimes the way forward is through the wisdom of those who came before you with the Hierophant here, okay? So seek people who's been in the business longer, do your research, get some advice here. Utilize the people in your life who are wise and who has your back here as well, Cancer, okay? For some of you, you may be stepping into maybe a teacher or a mentor or like a leader role here with the Hierophant. Or maybe you're just seeking guidance from someone. Either way, Spirit is saying lean on the people you have. Also, if you've been resisting traditional paths, like maybe, school or certifications or like legal steps or like formal business steps, it might be time to reconsider here and do things by the book. Spirit is saying you were able to get away with that before, but now if you really want things to line how you want them, be in alignment with you, you have to do them the right way. Don't rebel for the sake of rebellion, okay? Sometimes structure is needed here to grow, to help you grow, okay? Just pay attention to that, okay? You can do things on your terms, but just make sure you're doing them the right way. Even if you don't like that in your career or your business, you have to do something a traditional way, or you have to have like some type of not traditional way, but Spirit is pretty much saying do things by the book. Similar to what Scorpio reading is saying, be consistent, do things by the book. You can put your own flair on it, but make sure you're not coloring too much outside the lines here, Cancer, okay? Because you want to stay on the right path. And if you have a business, you don't want to cut corners, because if you have a business and it requires inspections, like I have a business that requires inspections. So if I don't have my paperwork and things in order and I get a random inspection, then that can close my business down or leave a bad reputation on the business. So Spirit is just saying it's okay to do things your way to a certain degree, but when it's time to do them the right way and consistently do them the right way. Don't just go against the grain, Cancer, to go against the grain, okay? All right, let's go to your next card here, and we're going to go to the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is all about slow but steady progress forward, okay? This is a very reliable energy in work, okay? This is saying that you are still learning in your career, okay? Don't take it as you feeling stuck. For some of you, you may feel stuck right now in a certain mindset in your career, or you may feel it may feel mundane to you, but Spirit is saying this is intentional, okay? Sometimes Spirit slows you down so you can look at the bigger picture and see the bigger picture here. And with the Knight of Pentacles being here, Spirit is saying it's worth doing things slow and steady right now. You don't always have to move super fast or get every not get every deadline out, but if it's not a deadline, or if it's not like paperwork or something like that, it's just simply saying keep your options open when it comes to I'm sorry, I have stuff flying all off my desk because this fan here, and I don't want all my papers and things flying. I have some stuff I need to go over later, and I don't want these papers flying, so sorry for being distracted, you all. I'm sorry, I got a little distracted. Pretty much Spirit is saying you don't need to rush if you're building something that will last, okay? This energy supports maybe if you're a builder or a farmer or like a business owner or creative. This is someone who is willing to put in the time. Something needs to grow, really grow, okay? Just be consistent in your efforts. That's the running theme here. Your work is planting roots slowly but surely. With the Knight of Pentacles, is happening. It's just happening slower than you would like. But that's on purpose. It's all about divine timing here, Cancer. And I'm hoping this is making sense for some of you. Yeah, just be patient. Be patient. You're planting the seeds, okay? And it will work out in the end. Just make sure you're being consistent. You're being thorough. And you're doing everything with a good attitude, you know. And you are making work fun for yourself, you know, however that looks for you. And I know Cancers. I work with a lot of Cancers. And Cancers are very free-spirited people at work. They like to still be themselves while still being dedicated at work. So it's very important for Cancers. All right. And so, excuse me. We do have the Eight of Cups here as your spiritual advice. This is your bottom of the deck here. So Spirit is saying let go of emotional old way of thinking. Maybe something that happened at work in the past that's holding you back, or maybe something happened in your career or your business that kind of shifted something in you. This is not about what happened in the past. It's not about what went wrong. It's about what you're willing to leave behind to get to where you need to be. Okay, so you need to leave this old way of thinking behind. You may be even holding on to a certain position at work that you really want. And Spirit is saying really reevaluate the things that used to matter to you at this career. And really reevaluate what matters here. Okay? Spirit is asking you to walk away from emotional distractions, okay, that may leave you in a place of feeling powerless, whatever that is for you. Don't wait for a crisis to give yourself permission to evolve, okay? You know what you need to let go. Emotional detachment is needed and is sacred in the spiritual world. You know that. Spirit is saying you're not abandoning your heart. You're honoring your higher self here, okay? And this card is also a signal to Just let old ways of thinking go and realign yourself with what is coming. You have a lot of good new stuff coming, okay? And there's no need to hold on to anything that's too heavy, that's not serving you anymore. Ask yourself this: why am I still carrying this when it's too heavy and not needed? It's not needed here, okay? This month of July, doesn't have to be this month, but whenever you see this, it's all about growth, Cancer. It's not about the sudden wins, and it's not about the secure foundations. You're learning that your future doesn't have to be frantic to be fulfilling, okay? Protect your peace. Honor your own pace, okay? So you don't have to do things at a speed that everybody else wants you to do. Take your time and really think about what you want out of your career. Stability is not stagnation, it's strength, okay? You will have success, Cancer, but just let go of some old way of thinking and whatever emotional blocks you have that may be plaguing you in your career. And look, we can't always be ourselves at work. I know, because here in your reading, I feel like you, Cancer, you want to show up in this career as your authentic self every day. But sometimes we have to put on that professional hat. We have to leave our emotions out of it. We have to make logical, solid decisions. And I'm not saying that you don't. But don't let colleagues and co-workers and petty stuff and couldas and shouldas and wouldas leave you feeling burdened here, okay? Because you have everything you need. Celebrate the small wins, okay? Make sure you choose wisely when it comes to the decisions in your life. You have multiple offers and opportunities, but Spirit is telling you to choose wisely, because not all of those opportunities are going to be good for you. Not everything that glitters is gold, okay? And Spirit is guiding you. Take your time, but be consistent and be thorough, okay? And if you're working for a company and you don't like all of their rules and their traditions, Spirit is saying to separate those emotions from what's bigger, okay? Because there's a bigger picture here. And don't think negatively about, oh, I don't follow these types of traditions, or this is not how I want to run a business, or this. You can't think of it like that. You have to think from a consumer standpoint, and you have to think from a business standpoint, okay, Cancer? And as long as you are following those rules, you can do it in your own way, okay? I do feel like you have flexibility here wherever you're working or whatever your career is. You can still put your own flair on it, but don't forget to be professional. Don't forget to be consistent, and take your time, okay? Take your time. All right, Cancer, that's all I have for you. And now we're going to head over to Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, Pisces, let's get into your July career read. But remember, this is timeless. So if you see it after July and it resonates for you, then go for it, okay? So right away, we have you, the Hangman, Pisces. Currently, it may feel like life is on hold right now. But Spirit is saying there's a divine purpose for this delay, okay? You may feel stuck or suspended between two chapters. This could also mean you're in between careers or in between jobs, or even in between things in your personal life that could be that could be affecting where you want to take your career path as well. But Spirit is shifting your perspective here. And that's on purpose. Spirit needs you to have a new perspective before you can move forward. You have to let go of control here, Pisces, and be open to the unexpected. Okay, there's unexpected insight here, but if you're too rigid and you're holding on to too much control, with the hangman being here, is going to cloud your judgment. You're being asked by Spirit to stop pushing and start receiving. Okay, use this quiet time to have more clarity, have more vision in your planning. Maybe even make yourself a vision board here, Pisces. And Pisces, you all are the manifestors and the most intuitive in all 12 zodiacs, right? And we have 12 here, the hangman. So you have the foresight here, Pisces. Stop being stubborn in your way of thinking. Let go of old beliefs, okay? You're not stuck. Spirit is purposely making you stand still right now so you can reflect, okay? Spirit wants you to ask yourself, what am I finally able to see now that I've gotten a chance to slow down? And really think about all the things that you've been able to reflect on and see clearly now that you've had a chance to stand still in this hangman energy. And Spirit is telling you, Pisces, to use this time wisely. Use your intuition. Don't second guess yourself. Let go of any negative and superficial beliefs you may have, okay? I mean, we all do. We all get this hangman energy from time to time. It's normal. What's blocking you here is the Five of Wands. There may be some confusion. We all know that this card is all about conflict and fighting, right? But in a work sense, this could be about competition. And it could be competition. Maybe this is competition within yourself here. For some of you, this isn't really competition at work. This is more so competition with yourself. I feel like whoever you are out there, Pisces, you had a goal for yourself. Oh, when I get 30, when I get 25, when I get 40, whatever age it is, I should be here in my life. I should have this in my life. I should be, I should have this position. I should be, and Spirit is saying that's not how life works. You have to let that old way of thinking. And it's good to be in competition with yourself, because the only person you are up against is you mentally in real life, right? So don't let this confusion feel like there's conflict around you or competition around you, because it's not. You may be comparing yourself too much right here and comparing your work or your life goals to other people in your life. Oh, my sister is, working at a Fortune 500 company, or my brother is already, graduated with his master's. Stop comparing yourself, because everybody hits their milestones when they hit their milestones. And Pisces, your time is coming. But in order for you to get there, Pisces, stop comparing yourself to others. Because it's going to create backlash. It's going to make you look bitter. It's going to make you look weak. It's going to make you look like a hater here. This is not a time to prove your worth, Spirit is saying. It's time to protect your energy. Your internal doubt may be louder than your confidence, okay? And this could be something that's new for you. You may have never experienced feeling like this in your life. But again, this could be someone who has reached a milestone in their life, maybe a milestone birthday, or just a milestone in your mind where you want to be. And Spirit is saying to focus on the clarity in your life and not the drama in your life, and to focus on the good that you've already built thus far. I feel like you're not giving yourself credit for everything you've built already, Pisces. And Spirit is saying that's not fair to you, because you have a lot that you've built from the ground up yourself. And Spirit is saying to be proud of yourself, okay? Stop having these internal battles with yourself and stop comparing yourself to everyone else, Pisces, because no one is ever going to be like you. I guarantee you there are so many people in your life who compare themselves to you. I guarantee there are so many people in your life who wish they could do what you do. Just because you may not think that what you offer is amazing or great because you're comparing yourself, it doesn't mean other people aren't looking at you and wishing they had the life you had. Spirit is saying that everybody thinks the grass is greener on the other side until they're there. Be grateful for what you have, because it's some people who don't have a tenth of what you have, Spirit is saying, okay, Pisces, and that's normal. We all get to this point. We all feel like this at times, right, Pisces? And we've all been at a place where maybe we go online, we go on Instagram, we go on Facebook, and we see everybody doing things, and we're like, how come I'm not at this point? Or how come my social media isn't popping? Or how come my business isn't growing? Or how come I'm not getting promoted? How come I'm not traveling? Whatever it is, Spirit is saying, stop comparing yourself. You don't deserve this type of scrutiny that you're putting yourself through, Pisces. Okay? You're better than this. You're wiser than this. Okay? All right. This is what I like to see here. The Star card. So Spirit is saying, staying positive and being hopeful is your superpower, Pisces. Stay connected to your spiritual and creative purpose, okay? Your dreams are still valid here, even if they're a little delayed. Spirit is saying that you're going to get everything you want, but keep your mind clear and positive here. Stop with all these internal battles you have. Stop comparing yourself to other people here. Stop comparing your life and your goals to other people's life and their goals. I don't care if you're 30, I don't care if you're 40, I don't care if you're 50. You get your big break when you get your big break. I know someone who worked with celebrities and produced a lot of songs. I mean, he even wrote and produced Grammy nominated songs, and he didn't get his first break until he was 50. He didn't get his first million until he was 50, and he worked with big celebrities. I mean, big celebrities. So Spirit is saying, I don't know who needed to hear that little, story, but your time is coming. But you have to stay positive and you have to stay aligned in your own purpose and stop comparing yourself here, because you are a beautiful star on your own. You have light here. Spirit is saying to light your own fire, to light your own candle here, Pisces, okay? Your breakthrough is coming, especially in the creative field, or if you're a healer or a doctor or maybe a professor or a teacher, your time is coming here. Your recognition is coming here. It's long overdue. But you must visualize your journey here with the Star card. Write it down. Visualize it. Do your spiritual work. Meditate. Anchor whatever path you can to get on the path you need to here, okay? Trust that Spirit is guiding you, and renewal is already in motion here with the Star card. Don't get discouraged. I know it may not feel like it. I know it may not look like it, Pisces, but Spirit is working behind the scenes to get you everything you need, because you are doing the work. You have put in the work, Pisces. Stop beating yourself up. Stop comparing yourself, Pisces, okay? All right, let's see. This fan is so strong in here. It's like knocking my papers down off my desk. It's doing the most. But right now we have the King of Swords. It's time to think clearly and act with strategy here with the King of Swords. In career, Make sure the decisions you're making are being made out of wisdom and not emotion. Okay? Make sure you are having clear communication, especially if you're in leadership or if you handle any type of legal work, contracts, or anything like that. You need to step in a more authoritative role. Okay? Spirit is saying now is not the time to be impulsive. Think long term here, okay? Use logic to support any vision without losing your heart in the process. You must still stay very emotionally balanced here. With the King of Swords is all about leadership and authority and logic, right? And fairness. But you also have to lead with a kind heart too. Sometimes the King of Swords can come off as very matter of fact and cold. And Spirit is saying in order for you to get what you want and in order for you to get people to recognize, you have to do things a little softer here. Okay? And I know that's not always easy when you're in a leadership position, or if you're applying for a leadership position, or you are trying to be promoted to that, or if you are. Sometimes people can see you being kind as a weakness, and Spirit is saying no. Use your discernment, of course, Pisces, and you all are very good at using your discernment. Like, you all are very good at staying in tune with your intuition. And Spirit is just saying be kind in your approach, okay? Be authoritative, but be kind as well, okay? All right. And we have the Ten of Cups, which is good. I love seeing this here. With the Ten of Cups here, Spirit is saying emotional and spiritual fulfillment is within reach here. The visions you have for your life, they're manifesting. You just have to stay on the right path here, Pisces. The Ten of Cups also can be you bringing a lot of healing and learning from some past mistakes here as well, okay? You may be finding more happiness in your home life, and your home life may be adding to the happiness of your work life as well. Spirit is saying make sure you do have a very strong home life. And even if you don't have a spouse, home life can mean just all your personal and immediate relationships, right? Spirit is also saying that a more meaningful work-life balance may be available. Your success is being redefined. Spirit is saying less hustle and more harmony, okay? Look for work or business partnerships rooted in shared values. That's the only way you're going to get true fulfillment out of this work, is if you are doing things that align with who you are. If you're working at the movie theater and you know that maybe working at an art gallery is going to bring you happiness, do it. Don't work at the movie theater because it's paying a little bit more. It's not tapping into who you are. That art gallery may bring you fulfillment, just coming in there every day, just seeing the artwork and just being creative. Spirit is saying go with work and business that align with what your true passion is. Don't just chase the money because you're feeling like you're not where you're supposed to be at this time. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, but your inner conflict is what's holding you back. And in order for you to get this Ten of Cups, you have to go where the passion is leading you. And for some of you, you've been working in the same career or this same job for a really long time, and that could be hindering why you haven't grown, because maybe you didn't get that promotion you wanted. Maybe You know, the promotion you did get the promotion you wanted, you got, is not fulfilling you, because it's not what truly makes you happy. And Spirit is saying that even if the job is not 100% perfect, or the career isn't 100% perfect, go with what's going to keep you happy, because the money is only going to keep you happy but for so long here. Okay? You are getting closer to your true career fulfillment here. I do love that with the 10 of Cups. But just make sure you're working at places for the right reasons that align with you, Pisces. There is success ahead of you. You just have to let this self-doubt go. And you will. I can feel it in the cards that you're ready to release old ways of thinking. And I'm proud of you, Pisces. That's amazing. It's really hard to let go of inner conflict. But just believe in yourself. Even if you have to journal it, write it down, tell yourself every day, meditate, manifest, whatever you need to do yoga, light a white candle and a black candle for protection, and just say positive things to yourself every day, or look for a spiritual positive guide that will help you with your inner conflicts here, okay? All right, so with the Page of Pentacles here, this is Spirit's advice. This is your bottom of the deck here. You're asked here to study whatever you need to study to get to the next level. Don't skip the foundational work, okay? This is the beginning of something big here with the Page of Pentacles. A new opportunity could be forming here, but you must treat it very seriously here, Pisces, okay? And even for the ones who really can't see it right now, that's understandable, especially if you've been in this mental state for a while. Spirit is saying, with the Page of Pentacles here, get back to the basics if you need to, okay? Build your skills up. Build your structure up. Build your routine up. And keep your mind curious here. Be open. Be humble, okay? Invest your time and your energy wisely here. Avoid rushing into this next opportunity. Spirit is saying long-term growth starts within making sure your intentions are going to make you grounded, okay? Ask yourself this, Pisces. Am I nurturing my next chapter like something sacred, or treating it like a side project? Let me repeat that. Am I nurturing my next chapter like it's something very sacred, or am I treating it like a side project or a side hobby? That is going to be the difference between mediocrity and success, Pisces. So if you know you have something big here, work on it. Work on it. Make it your main event and stop treating it like a side project. If you want true happiness here, it's all within you. And if you don't want to leave your career, for those of you who are happy at your career, but you may just be feeling stuck because you're comparing yourself, Spirit is saying you're not going to get anywhere mentally. You're not going to get anywhere spiritually or physically with that type of mentality. You have to believe in yourself. You have to trust the process, Pisces, and stop putting limitations on yourself because you're not at this stage or that stage. Everybody gets to that stage when they get to it. You are being divinely guided here with the Star card. And Spirit is saying you are deserving. Spirit is saying you are worthy. Stop comparing yourself, Pisces. It's natural. We all do it. We all do it. I've done it. When I turned 30, I said, oh, I should be here. I should be doing this. I should be there. I should be. Stop. Because it's only going to push you back further. So you have success here, Pisces. Let go of your negative way of thinking, any old way of thinking. Stop comparing yourself. Write down your goals, your aspirations, and put action behind it, Pisces. And stop putting off that thing that you love so much, or that idea you have, or that project at work that's going to take you to the next level. Stop putting it off. Treat it like the main character that it is, so you can get the success you want, because your success is here, Pisces. It's here. You have what it takes. But just make sure you are doing it with a purpose. Make sure to keep yourself open. Have a curious mind, because a curious mind is going to keep you disciplined. It's going to keep you on your toes as well, right? Because the more curious you are, the more research you do, the more structure, right? So it's going to give you the discipline that you want to move forward. So I hope this resonated for you all out there. Let me know in the comments. And thank you so much for tuning in. And let me know what other type of spreads you all want. I've done a no contact. I've done a family one. I've also done a let's be nosy kind of thing. I've also done the one who got away. So let me know what other spreads you all want to see. I do have some new spreads coming up, but leave a comment for me. Let me know if this resonated for you, Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. And y'all know I love my water signs. I'm a Scorpio too, so I know what we're capable of, water signs. We got this, okay? I'm wishing nothing but success and prosperity on everyone. And thank you so much for tuning in. I love you all so much. And I will check you all in the next one.